That brings us to the subject of electric vehicles. They're everywhere, including on forest tracks, as people bring their electric-powered bikes through what are basically walking paths. But big problems, Debbie.
Yes, and we've been talking about electric vehicles and lithium-ion batteries for quite a while. So I'm not going to make any apologies for bringing this subject up again. And we always ask our audience, please share our material. And I do believe that this whole agenda of lithium-ion batteries is one that we need to be warning all our friends and family about, because there's not a day pretty much that goes by, including today. So on the front page of Sky just today is a story of a blown up electric bike. But let's look at this one in the Express just a few days ago, after an electric car caught fire whilst charging its battery in Mallorca. Now this isn't just the UK, this is global. And here we've got another one which took place in Auckland, a house on fire when it was being charged in its garage. And this is not just cars, this is electric vehicles of all kinds. And so we'll go back to scooters now. The fire brigade are warning about charging e-bikes and e-scooters. It's not just charging them, but it's actually how you charge them. Are people following the guidelines? It seems as though they might not. They're warning that you shouldn't charge these overnight or prolong charge them. It's really very serious. ITVX just covered a story too on an absolute tragedy where a faulty electric bike was likely to have caused a Leicester house fire, which has left 2 people in hospital. This is incredibly serious. And an article in Electrek explains actually that they are desperately trying to fight against people repairing their own electric bikes, because they're saying that these lithium-ion batteries, they're extremely complex and they require specialized knowledge and specialized equipment. And of course, there you'll see just on that previous slide, there was a little comment by Best Regards Apple Inc. And I just want to remind people that cell phones, tablets and laptops are much more complex than an e-bike, and they all contain dangerous lithium batteries too. So they would all need to be excluded from a list of right to repair products. So this is what they're trying to do, say that these must not be repaired unless they're repaired professionally. But one further from that, a charity is now saying that the government should regulate e-bike batteries and basically treat e-bike batteries like fireworks. I mean, that is how dangerous they are. The charity is Electrical Safety First, and they've brought out a new report, and it's called the Battery Breakdown Report. I think you might have a next slide on it. Electrical Safety First, that's it. And you'll see that's the Battery Breakdown Report, and it says there is growing concern over the rise in fatalities, injuries and devastating fires from electric bikes and electric scooters. Tragically, in the first 3 months of 2023 alone, fires from lithium batteries used to power these devices had already taken 4 lives in the UK, left others hospitalised or seriously injured, and caused extensive damage to property. That's just a blow up of, there's another slide just of a blow up of that slide, but this is the front page of the report, and it's startling. The revelations inside it are absolutely startling. They talk about things like thermal runways, and I've just put a slide with a little explanation as to what a thermal runway is. I won't go into it now. You can freeze the screen and read it. But I think that quote on the right is very important. We must work together to ensure that consumers understand the risks and make informed decisions as such. Consumer engagement is a central theme throughout the report, and an area in which we believe Electrical Safety First has a key role to play. And I cannot emphasize this more. If any of you are thinking about purchasing any electrical vehicle, such as an e-car or an e-bike or an scooter, please check first and warn other people that these fires are occurring regularly. And now it's become so serious that actually MPs are saying that perhaps these e-bikes and should have number plates and insurance because of the damage. And it's not just the damage from fires, but people are colliding. One e-bike rider collided with an ambulance. So they're incredibly dangerous on the road. So more legislation, but please put the warnings out there, because not a day goes past and I'm not seeing some tragedy that could have been avoided through a lithium ion battery fire.
Okay, Debbie, thank you very much for that. And I'll just add into that, I had communication from the AA. I haven't had time to go into the actual brochure itself, but you get the gist pretty quickly. You've got the power, your EV myth-busting guide from the AA. So the AA clearly here pushing electric vehicles. Be interesting to see what they talk about fire risk.